Okay, welcome to this session on simulation and modeling. And we are currently studying random data generation. So, why we should go for the random data generation is we have to do the simulation, and in simulation the events are random, and that's why we have to work on the random data. So, the next point in the syllabus is generating random processes. Okay, so why to generate random processes? Because real life systems are random. Now from simulation point of view, random processes are random signals. Okay, random processes are random signals. So alternatively we will be pronouncing it as a random process or random signal. Okay, so there are two types of random signals. One is regular random signal and another is episodic random signal. Okay, so let us see what is regular random signal, or say regular random process. So in regular case, time is considered to be synchronous clock-like device that produces regular bits. So like in our computer, the clock generator is there, and regular signal or clock pulses are generated. So this regular random process is similar to the clock system in our computer. At each beat, random signal is generated. So at each clock pulse, the random signal will be generated, resulting in sequence of values at equal space time increments. So the time will be incremented at equal space, and signal will be generated at equal time space. And such a process is called regular random process, can be applied either discrete time or continuous time. So we have seen the discrete cases and continuous cases also. Okay, if the curve is continuous, then we call it as a continuous signal, and if the curve is discrete, like I am showing by the mouse, then it is a discrete. Okay, so what is a regular random process? Some clock like bit generator will be there, and at each bit the new event will be generated. Okay, so the signal will be generated, or the process will be generated at each clock pulse, and that is called regular random process. So in regular random process, we have a fixed time quantum, regular clock frequency like bits are there, and the signal will be generated at fixed time frequency. Okay, the next type is the episodic random process generation. Okay, so it considers the event do not occur regularly but irregular asynchronous time. Okay, so we have already discussed about the interrupt occurs in the computer. Okay, so whenever the system interrupts the CPU, that you can consider as a episodic random process. Okay, and asynchronous time is there is no clock pulse like any system. So at any time the signal will be generated, and it will be generated at random time. Okay, so the regular signal will not occur, and clock like system is not there to do the synchronization. So when event occurs, a change occurs in the signal value. Okay, when event occurs, change occurs in the signal value, and such a process is called episodic random process. So I think now you can understand the difference between the regular random process and episodic random process. Okay, so we'll move towards the next point. Episodic random processes, the second type of signal, considers the case where events do not occur regularly but only at irregular asynchronous time. So we have already discussed this. When the event occur, a change occurs in the signal value. So whenever the randomly asynchronously some event will occur, the signal value will change. Process generated by such a manner is called episodic random process. Okay, so just consider one example. You are sitting in one bus, and it is traveling on some road where in between the potholes are there. So we don't know when the pothole will occur and the bus will jump. So the as bus will jump, the signal value will change. So you can call it as a episodic random process. Okay. And the example of this regular random process, I would like to tell you the example of the train is traveling, and at regular time frequency you hear the signal that when the that track changes, not the track but the rails are connected to each other, so gap is there. So when the wheel crosses that uh, joint between the two rails, then you hear the noise. So the train at regular instance, it makes noise like some noise is there constantly, you hear that noise, that rail is running. Okay, so we will move towards the next point. The next point is time driven, event driven and hybrid system. So we have to learn the three types of systems for simulation: time driven system, event driven system and hybrid system. Of course, the time driven and event driven system will be merged together to form the hybrid system. So let us see what is time driven system. Real system in which control is either monolithic or autonomous can usually be presented by deterministic or regular random processes. Since all driving units are local at single unit, so one system is there and control is monolithic, that is inside the system you say, and by multiple components of the system, but they are integrated and autonomous. So the system is autonomous actually. One system, say for example car is there, so car is autonomous. So the control is autonomous in from the car, and monolithic, so by different components, can usually be represented by deterministic or regular time random process, since all decisions are local at a single unit. So in that particular system the decisions are local. Therefore, we refer such a system as time driven system, since decision making can only depend on time. Okay. So you can consider any system where the decisions are internal. The system, this is a single unit system is there, and so deterministic or regular random process. So these systems are known as time driven system, since decision making can only depend on time. Okay, so as something will happen, the decision is to be taken, and such a systems are called time driven system. Okay, when decision will be taken, so when some deterministic or random process will occur, then you have to take the decision. So it is a time driven system, and contrary to it, we have a event driven system. So what happens in the event driven system? When event external to the specific subunit affect the decision making at random time, such a system are called event driven, since decision must be based on external event rather than internal agenda. Okay, so this time driven system will work on the internal agenda, whereas this event driven system will work on the external events. So for example, you have the AC control unit. Okay, AC control unit. So what you will do, of course you will not do anything. What system will do, if the external temperature increases, automatically the sensor will work, and so in the morning your AC will not start automatically, but in the afternoon as temperature will increase, it will start working. So it is event driven, so the temperature increases, event will be triggered and that will work. So many systems like this we can have the examples. Okay, event driven. So if like one example is if rain starts, some cars have the automatic wiper system, so it is event driven system. So the water sensor or rain sensor is there, and whenever rain starts, the sensor will sense the water and automatically the wiper will start working. That is event driven, and as the rain will stop, the wiper will stop working. So event driven. And clearly there is one other possibility: system may be hybrid, in which time driven methods and event driven methods both apply. Okay. So that is the third type of system. So we have seen time driven system. So it works on the internal agenda, and so it will work accordingly. Okay. Then event driven, so we have seen the example, if some event occurs, then the system will uh, take some decision. Okay. So the decision is based on the external events. Like another example of event driven is, if you will move the mouse, if you will touch the mouse or the keyboard of the system, which computer system which is ideal from um, so many say example minutes, then it is a event driven model. Some decision will be taken, something will happen, that is a event driven. Okay. Now actually we have to study some episodic random processes, and to learn the episodic random processes uh, we should know something basics. So we'll learn the basics. Okay. So first we should know what is closed loop control system and what is open loop system. So open loop system is referred as non-feedback system. Okay. So open loop system is non-feedback system. Means what? So what is feedback system? So for example, someone is preparing something, say for example someone is preparing coffee. Now what will happen, he will put some coffee and he will put some sugar, and the coffee will be ready. Then he will test, and if he finds that the coffee is less or the sugar is less, then what will happen, he will add some sugar. So feedback is there that sugar is less, so add some sugar. That is a, it is a closed loop system. Okay. Feedback, closed loop system will accept the feedback and you will improve the taste of the coffee, whereas in open loop system there is no feedback system. You will prepare the coffee and you have to, whatever is situation, you will, whatever is output, you will drink that coffee. Okay. Whereas in closed loop control system, feedback will be there, and you will you will sense that the sugar is less or coffee is less, you will add it and again test it, and until the desired output comes, this feedback system will work. So you will add coffee, you will add sugar, if still it is less, again you will test and again you will add something. So feedback will be taken, and accordingly the control system will release some coffee or sugar, and you will make a good coffee. Whereas in open loop system, once the things are there, you have to get the output, whatever is output. So no feedback. Another thing we have to learn is a Markovian process. So what is Markovian process? In this process, predictions can be made regarding the future outcome based on the current state. So whatever is your current state, based on that you can make the future prediction in this process. Okay. And another is Poisson distribution process. So in Poisson process, probability of given number of events occurring in the fixed interval time. So what will happen in the next 1 hour, that is given by the Poisson process. Okay. For that next 1 hour is going to be enjoyable, that will be that will be predicted by the Poisson process. Okay. So here I have given one example, 100 centimeter rainfall. I don't know whether 100 centimeter is correct or not, but 100 centimeter rainfall in next 4 months, that will be predicted by the Poisson distribution. Okay. If it's the month of June. So now we have to learn what is the open loop control system and closed loop control system for this is according to our syllabus. So all decisions are made autonomously or change only with the time is open control system. Okay. All decisions are made autonomously or change only with time is open loop control system. In closed loop control, feedback from other system components control the design. Okay. So other system components means sensor is a system component. So sensor will give you the feedback that temperature is high, so increase the temperature of the AC. So that is closed loop control. Execution of an open loop system often takes the form of sequential computer code. So what is open loop system? It is a sequential computer code, while closed loop event driven systems are written using interrupts. So event driven system is what? Interrupt based system. Okay, whereas closed loop open loop system is what? Open loop system sequential computer code, whereas closed loop is a event driven system written using interrupts. So I think now you can understand the closed loop and open loop. Open loop system tend to be time driven models and closed loop systems tend to be event driven. Okay, so when some event will occur, the sensor will sense the data, then this closed loop system will work. Okay, when sensor will sense the data, this event driven closed loop system will work. So closed loop systems are event driven because the closed loop systems have, say for example, feedback system. So the sensor will give the feedback that temperature is high, so the AC will lower the temperature. Okay, setting will be automatically reduced. And whereas in time driven system, what happens? Open loop system. So open loop system is what? Say for example, fan. You have started the fan, it will work, it will continue working, time driven model. Okay, so again we will see closed loop control, feedback is there. Open loop control, no feedback. What is event driven? So best example is, we have the example of computer. The keyboard and the mouse is not touched for so many minutes, and afterwards you will touch the mouse and mouse movement will be noted, that is event driven, and some action will be taken. Say your computer is in the sleep mode, so you will just move the mouse and the computer will, the screen is in the power saving mode, so it will start working. You will press some key and the screen will again start working. Okay, that is the event driven. So now we have to learn episodic random processes. Okay, episodic random processes. Due to mouse, using mouse it creates. So now we have learned what is episodic random process. Okay, so episodic random process is when event occurs, a change occurs in the signal value, that is called episodic random process. And how to generate that episodic random process, that we have to learn now. So we'll just have a break and we will start again.